Hello everyone and welcome to this week's newsletter. It was great to welcome students back for second semester last Monday, and there was an extremely positive buzz in the yard and classrooms as students settled in. Along with the students, we also welcomed some new staff. They include Sakina Muenadin, who's teaching business studies, Tim McAuliffe, who'll be primarily teaching maths with a bit of science. Paris Polar will be helping us out with media, both at Westcourt and Edmund Rice campuses. Jan Maluso is our new canteen assistant, and Aidan Green is our new archivist. And we have replacement roles for Bethany Haar teaching maths and music, and Dua Madigan, who'll be helping out as a replacement in teaching maths and PE. As you can possibly hear in the background of this recording, the building works are continuing and continued throughout the break. And we're starting to see the remodelled shape of the admin building and the new independent learning centre. While there's much inconvenience still to be negotiated, including about a month or so with no heating in the administration building, we're starting to get a really strong sense of what an important addition this project will be for the college, both in terms of form and function, and particularly in our capacity to support independent learning in our senior students. Late last term, we finalised our enrolment offers for Year 7 2026. We had really strong demand for places, which left us unable to make offers to almost 50 families. The college leadership team determined that we have capacity to run one additional class at Year 7 level next year. And so we have made offers to an additional 28 families. This will see us with 13 Year 7 classes next year and a total of 364 Year 7 students. About 10 years ago, I did some research on the ideal size for a secondary school, and I was unable to find any empirical studies suggesting an answer. It was clear, however, that there are some excellent schools that are much larger than St Joseph's and some underperforming schools that are much smaller. It appears that school size doesn't matter. Rather, the quality of staff, support structures, and the culture of the school determine the quality of schooling on offer. I'm confident that we have the game sewn up in that regard. About this time each year, we commence our preparation for our annual budget for the following year. And as you may be aware, through press reports, negotiations have commenced between the Victorian Catholic Education Authority and the Independent Education Union for a new industrial agreement. Initial indications are that substantial salary increases will be part of the new agreement, and that's something that the school absolutely supports. Victorian teachers are paid less than our counterparts in other states, and St Joseph's is blessed with high quality teachers and support staff. What it does mean, however, is that salary increases need to be funded. At St Joseph's, we spend approximately 70% of our total income on salaries, so it's logical that any substantial increase in salaries will put pressure on our budget, obviously depending on what happens with government funding. We remain committed to keeping our school fees as low as possible, and we have been able to run with average increases lower than CPI over the last 5 years. I do want to just make people aware that it will be very difficult for us to avoid a fee increase of greater than CPI in 2026. Each year the college participates in the Combined Catholic Schools production. Last Thursday I had the pleasure of attending Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which this year was run by Iona College with students from the 4 schools involved. It was a wonderful show highlighting the creative talents of students from the 4 Geelong Catholic secondary schools. St Joseph's had Malachi Burrell, Chase Costley, Clancy Elliott, George Mansfield, Samuel Mansfield and Coda Philpott involved in the show, along with Will Meath, who was really outstanding playing the role of Willy Wonka. That's all for this week. God bless.